Open tabs, margin notes, highlighter, bleed through quotes, research minds, steady eye patterns only she can note. I-90 fog, whispering under wheels, skyline, afterglow, 2 states, packed rooms, quiet minds that know, no sign needed out front. They circle to her voice, questions rise before she starts, curiosity by choice. She pivots mid-lecture, checks who's leaning in close. Say the part you skip out loud, that's where the learning goes. Heads home with the speakers up, Biggie in the background, monster mapping theories while the city slows down. She teaches the why behind the crime, the hurt behind the face, Philly in her backbone, psychology in her grace. Don't let the hype fool you, she stands 10 stories tall. She don't just teach the lesson, she teaches you through it all. Late nights with case files open, notes in the margin glow. She's showing you your story's roots, so you can choose where to go. Yeah. Biggie quotes inside the slides, right next to coping skills. Spread love between the lines of how a nervous system feels. Long days, quiet grit, humor in the punchlines. You are more than this moment, written 10 times, old assessments in a folder, ink dust on the sleeve. She can map anxious attachment before you know you grieve. 1 foot in Jersey lecture halls, 1 on the Philly street. Home is where she learned to fight, classes where we don't repeat. Grown kids texting check-ins, pride she doesn't post. She teaches minds all day, then goes in mother's most. Case files, true crime, mind behind the scenes. She doesn't tell you what they did, she shows you what it means. Your story is not your diagnosis. You are allowed to rewrite it.
Hi y'all, welcome, come on in. How you doing? You look great. Thanks for joining me. So I went live tonight with my colleague, Dr. Anya Schultz. She's awesome. And we talked about Little St. James Island. So you guys should go check that out, but not until after this, of course. Duh. But it was so traumatic that I felt the need to go live again on something that wasn't as heavy. And again, I only say that it's not as heavy too because we know how this ends up, and we know that, you know, nobody gets hurt in the end, stuff like that. So that's what I mean by less heavy. Tonight, I did remember you guys to add Grayson. So the last time somebody was like, wait, where's Grayson? You forgot to add Grayson. So I made sure she was there. If Kitty Cat comes, Kitty Cat, you are so welcome. You can come join us. Hey Casey, hi Harlot, hi Monica, hi the Spasoda, I don't know. I don't want to say that wrong. Anyway, hi you guys, thank you so much. Can you guys tell me where you're from? Travis is here. Travis, I love seeing you in here. Convulse, what is this? Convulse Bloom, there you go. You love the new intro, Case? Thanks. Thank you. So Dr. B missed my comment. No, oh wait, I missed your comment. No, Travis, I don't want to miss your comment. No Italian girl from the neighborhood would end up on that island. The neighborhood is a village and won't allow it. Neighborhood to take care of its own. Guess what, Travis? You might be right. I could see like the neighbors jumping in like, there's no way. I was just trying to see if I could picture myself falling for something in my 20s, and I think that I could. I mean, I think it's so easy to say, I would never do this or that or this or that. So I try to put myself out there and say, my sound is weird. Do you want to maybe go out and come back in? Is my sound weird for anybody else? Sometimes if it's just 1 or 2 people, usually if you go out and you refresh it, it'll be better. Oh, wait, let's see, where are you from? Oh, you were so happy to see this pop up. Hi, Lisa. Awesome. Oh, you're from Missouri, and it was 76 here yesterday, and tomorrow it's supposed to be 40. Don't you hate that? It's like one day it's 70, the next day it's 40, another day it's 30. It's like, make up your mind. You're in, oh, Canada. I love my Canadian friends, you guys. I realized, I think I told you this the other day, that Canada supports the minds behind true crime. I think it's amazing. Oh, you can't be doing the Epstein one? It's very, very depressing. Stephanie, thank you. I'm like, what do I say? I didn't want to get it wrong. Sometimes people get offended. So Stephanie, I will call you Stephanie. Love it. All right. Is my sound weird for anyone else? I sound fine to others? Okay. So I guess just hit refresh. And wait, did you just say it's minus 34 Celsius where you are? What would that convert to for Fahrenheit? Does anyone know? Not that it matters. It sounds cold regardless. Stephanie, where are you from? I mean, you don't have to like give us your address. I just meant like, are you from like what state? Stuff like that. Hi, Diane. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hi, Lane. It doesn't sound weird to you. Okay, good. Good, because I was like, no, we're not doing this again, right, with my sound. Nebraska. Wow. Stephanie is from Nebraska. Travis, where are you from? Again, nobody has to answer my questions. There is a slight static hum sound, but it's not bad. It kind of sounds like when you have something turned up really loud and you can hear it between songs. Gotcha. Let me lower my mic a little. Maybe that'll help. And the fan just went off on my computer, so hopefully that'll help. You guys, listen. Someday, I'm going to make a ton of money. And then I'll be able to get the bestest of stuff, and there won't be a hum. It'll just be me. It'll be so me that you'll get annoyed of me. But until then, I just have to roll with what I got. And I appreciate all of you for still loving me the same. Okay, so let's talk about Lauren. I don't even know what to share first. Let's see. I have a bunch of things here. So when I was looking up some things, because I'm just being honest, I work a lot. So today when I was preparing, I knew that I was having Dr. Schultz on for the Epstein stuff. So I did all of my PowerPoint slides, all of the things. So it wasn't until we were on there and I felt like it was like getting so depressing, like with talking about all this, that I was like, you know what, guys, I might go on and talk about Lauren. You know what I mean? Check your mic. It sounds like when Justin had his mic turned off. I have it on, but I did lower it, so just tell me if it's too low. Thank you, you guys. Your new hair color is 100. Does it look like a new hair color? Do you guys want to laugh? So, oh my God, I wish my husband was down here. He would be cracking up. Every time I wash my hair, somebody asks if I cut my hair, if I just dyed it. It's usually, did I just dye it? I get all the things, but it's every time I wash my hair. So it's just so funny because literally it never fails. It's funny. But thank you. I'm going to dye it. It has to be dyed, actually. So we'll see. I'm trying to space it out a little bit because my nephew is getting married in Jamaica. And that's on March 12th. So I'm trying to get as close to March 12th before I dye it. So you guys, let's look at this. And I've never been out of the country before, so I'm like really excited for this. So I was looking and I'm like, I just searched Lauren Matthias or whatever, and I found this. So it looks like her Facebook, she has 3.2 thousand followers, which I think I have more than that on my Facebook, Lauren. You have 300 and something thousand on your YouTube. Up your game here, sister. But anyway, I was looking at her photos, you guys. Ready for this? I was like, oh, I like this picture. I don't know what year this is from. Oh, wait, let me go to let me get over here and then we'll go. All right, so this is John Lorne, and I don't know who this is. Does anybody know who that is? I'm not sure. This here is them doing, oh my gosh, does she have new shoes on? Oh, she's wearing like ballet flat slippers. Are they in like a studio, I wonder? Or are they in her house? I wonder where this is. But anyway, it looks like they're doing like a 2020 type episode. Then, oh, she looks good here. I give credit where credit's due. And then here, did anybody ever think that the name of this is kind of weird, Hidden True Crime? I always wondered, like, why are we hidden? What are we hiding from? Right? Rick White says, I watch on YouTube a commentary and Lori and Chad. In it, you talk of the book Visions of Glory, which I'm not a fan of. I have seen it cause a schism in one family and seen many go down a rabbit hole because of it. You mentioned that Thomas Harrison, who the book was about, apologized to his congregation for the book a number of years ago. My brother-in-law just told me that he recently met with his friend, the Council of the 12, and was told that his book was fine. I don't believe this, as it's the classic throwing names around to gain credibility. My question is, if he apologized to his ward, why has he not gone public and let all know that the book is not true and should not be followed on things such as portals? Portals is going to be the next. What?
Thanks for the sub. Thanks for
the sub, you guys. Yes. Thank you so much. Please, you guys, like and subscribe. That is so helpful, and it is a free way to help me grow, and I really appreciate it. And everybody that has been to even more than one of my lives knows that I have an amazing memory. I will not forget, especially these first 5,000. And there's a couple seats left, so definitely subscribe so you could say someday that you were one of the first 5,000. Okay, so to continue, it says, my question is, if he apologizes to his ward, why is he not gone public and let all know that his book is not true? Meanwhile, he's like calling her out on this. Oh, she responds. Hold on. I guess this guy says that there's such thing as portals, Christ in the conference center, etc. If he truly wants to put this behind him, then he should let the world know, not just his congregation, as this book continue to influence people who were once solid followers of Christ and his church. Now they are followers of Julie Rowe, Chad Daybell, and Thomas Harrison. Look forward to your thoughts on this. By the way, you have done a wonderful job reporting on Lori and Chad. So she writes back, Rick White, I agree, Rick. Why won't he denounce the book publicly? I think he's a coward who hides behind the name Spencer, who saved himself from excommunication by writing that letter and sent me the letter instead of answering my questions. It was clear to me when I read the letter that excommunication was on the table, so why not admit that? Why not spend the rest of his life denouncing this book? Oh my gosh, she really wrote back. As far as the apostolic friend written about in Visions of Glory, it was Neil Maxwell who died before the book was even published. They knew each other because they were in the same ward for years. When it comes to your brother-in-law, I believe you and would love to know more. I find it disturbing that this was said, especially after the Lori and Chad Daybell trial. Anything you can tell me would be great. Thank you, in capital letters. Ew, that's gross. Anything that you can tell me would be great. Oh, I'm sure it would be. Wait, what? Animal, hey Animal says, hello, I lost a channel after I said hi in their show and had a bad feeling talking to them. And Andrea says that that's happened to her. Oh, hopefully nobody gets that type of thing here. Oh, we have somebody 25 miles from the Canadian border. I love finding out where you guys are tuning in from. Again, I think that in my like little world, I assume that like everybody lives in Philadelphia or like New Jersey. I really don't, but you know what I mean. You don't always think of all the places that people could be tuning in from, unless of course you ask and they let you know. So if you're just coming in, please let us know where you're tuning in from if you feel comfortable doing so. So I'm in Pennsylvania. Oh, Andrea, shut up. Thank you. And I mean shut up in the most loving way. Hi, Kim. Diane, I think I said hi, but just in case, hello. Hi. Oh, TLM, you're in Idaho. Okay. Neva is in Wichita, upstate South Carolina. Oh, thank you, A. Higgins. You guys are too nice. Well, can you guys be extremely nice and hit like and subscribe if you're not already? That would make me so happy. You have no idea. But anyway, I do not like these sneakers. I don't know why I feel the need to say that out loud, because I should not say anything at all, because that's just not nice. But I'm a sneaker girl. I'm from Philadelphia. And I just was like, huh? Not digging it. Okay, so this picture here, very beautiful picture. The thing for me is the difference in look from year to year. And I have to be honest with you, it almost makes me feel sad for her. And again, this could just be me being an empath or whatever, but I almost feel like, and does anybody know, is anybody in here like familiar with the Mormon church? Is it cultural? I know that it's cultural just in general for women to remain young looking, or at least people think that that's the culture. And it is in some instances, especially when you are in the news, right? So I could see why somebody would want to keep up on their look. My thing is does this stuff become normal as far as changing things over time to fit a certain role? And to me, it's sad in the sense, well, it would only be sad, let me be honest, if she wasn't 100%, like, let's say if she wasn't, you know, if she didn't feel the pressure to stay young looking and things like that, if she then would have never done anything or do anything, you know what I mean? That's what I mean. So how much of the things that she has done is due to not just vanity, but almost like in a sad way, like that you don't really have to do all that stuff and people still like you all the same. I come on here all the time where right after I wash my face and I'm like, oh shit, I don't have makeup on. But I just come on anyway, and nobody treats me any different. I mean, maybe he's talking about me behind my back. I don't know. But I don't know about it. Oh, what's this picture of? I guess that's John, maybe? Oh, nice pic. Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh, look, this is when she works for... What is it? Channel 4, Utah? She's holding her hair back. Oh. I wonder where this is. Is she in, like... And I'm, no disrespect, like, I'm not even saying this, like, whatever, but... Is this, like, an Amish type thing? This reminds me of the Pennsylvania Amish. Let's see, does it say? New business will help FLDS women and families in Colorado City tonight at 6 p.m. Utah. Voices for Dignity is what it's called. Voices for Dignity. Hi, you two bad actors. Come on in. Hi, what are you saying? I love you guys. Wait, what? A. Higgins, it makes you have seizures? Oh my God, that's terrible. Run, Sunny now. Hi, welcome. Come on in. I think being on the news for her made her feel a certain way. Performing perfectly, yes. I agree with that. We see this in eating disorders as well, and I'm not claiming that she has an eating disorder. I'm just saying that it's not uncommon for the pressure of whether it be for your profession, whether it be if you're, let's say you're a wrestler or any sport, There's some sports though, like wrestling, where you have to be under a certain weight, but you can't be too under, because then, so it's like you have to be over this weight, but under this weight. And it's like, we wonder why people are doing things like not eating or eating too much just to gain weight. Most of the time it's losing weight, but there are people out there that will do it for the opposite. But it's terrible. Okay, I don't know who this is. They didn't really write anything. Oh no, that's an animal. Why take a picture of that? All right, this says Cox Trucking. Like as in Lori Cox and Alex Cox. A family-run business started just after World War II. The owner's husband and wife, both in their 90s, still show up to work. Their story ends tonight. Oh, I kind of like that. Utah success story. So they go around, I guess, and they interview, different local people who have started businesses and stuff. I love that, but that's too funny. Look at her. She's like, hey. So there's only a few more. These are her pictures from her Facebook. Reporting this morning at Zion National Park, they're prepping to move this historic monument later this year to make way for more lanes of traffic. I wonder if they did that. Someone wrote, no, not more traffic lanes, just what we need, a freeway in the national park. Other people are saying, I'm not sure how I feel about that. And then here's another picture. New job, it says. So this is March 26, 2017. New job. The two of us started our reporting careers together in East Idaho years ago at competing stations. And this last week we worked together again while Haley trained me to take over as bureau chief in St. George for ABC4 Utah. I'm reporting again, this time from beautiful southern Utah. So excited to be on the Good for Utah team once again and doing what I love. Send me your story ideas. And then someone wrote, someone named Jill wrote, Lauren, you just did an amazing job on the 5 o'clock news. You are so well spoken. Congratulations. That was nice. And then to that, Lauren says, thank you. I'm so glad to know I have friends that watch the news. Then Jill writes back, now I'll be glued to ABC4 Utah every day. Well done. And then Adam writes, guess it's time to bring that beautiful smile back to Idaho. And then we have, oh, there goes the sneakers. Oh, wait, did I go backwards? What's happening? Let me see. Oh, look at that pic. It says Boba, Bangs, and Bachelor doing Monday night. Love you, Ava. Good night, honey. Oh my God, you guys, it says Boba, Bangs, and Bachelor. Oh, like The Bachelor, I guess. Mickle says, I swear you reverse age. Beautiful. She wrote back, so kind. This is 8 years ago, you guys. What the hell is this? Lanterns. Oh, how beautiful. Lanterns filling the sky at the Light Festival in Arizona. John and I made wishes for our new little boy coming into the world in August. Health and happiness. John wrote on his lantern right before sending it off, you are already so loved. It is so true. So let me ask you a question, you guys. First of all, aren't you supposed to keep your wishes secret? She literally tells them what John wrote on his lantern. I would be like, is there anything that we can keep secret? A great day to put on a wedding dress, take some photographs, and share vows with my already husband. What? Somebody said, did you really put a dress on and to be with your husband? I love this. Why not? Why not wear the dress again for your husband? Oh my God, what an amazing idea. I love it. And then Lauren writes back, well, I never got to before. I wore jeans when we eloped. They eloped? You guys, did you know that Lauren and John eloped? Not that it matters. My mom and dad eloped. And then went home to their parents' houses. My dad picked up my mom, they went and eloped, and then he dropped her off and went home. And a few months later, my grandmom was putting away my mom's laundry and saw the marriage license and flipped out. I was like, who does that? You get married and then go back home? Like, all right, I'll see you tomorrow, hubby. So then Mindy says, oh, such a neat thing to share with him. Then Glenda says, hopefully there will be pictures of the beautiful bride. And Lauren writes back, we took photos. And then Kim says, awesome, what a beautiful day. So happy for you. And then this here is happy thank. Oh, look at John. Look how he's looking at her. And why the brown boots and the black outfit? That just annoys me. I don't know why. But that's, and again, you guys, let me start tonight with, I'm Jaime Vona right now. I was a Dr. Vona earlier. I have to be like a normal human being too. And not 100% all the time be thinking psychologically. Although I still think psychologically. But you know what I mean. So this is me just, you know, maybe eventually I do a different channel where it's just like me, like the difference between, I don't know, the academic me versus the everyday me. I don't know. They're pretty much the same. But I just don't have like a PowerPoint and stuff. That's all. So over here, happy Thanksgiving yesterday. That's my real hair, she says. Ha, kidding. As Dolly Parton says, it costs a lot of money to look this cheap. That and having good friends who let me borrow her temporary hair extensions. What? Do you guys lend your hair extensions? Someone wrote, you are so special whether you have long or short hair. And she says, thank you, Glenda. Your family is so special. And then Mindy says, you look so beautiful and happy and joy. And she said, thank you, Mindy. He is happiness, most definitely. He's happiness, you guys. But look over here, you guys, his hair. Like, it looks like it's all together there, right? I know a lot of people say that he might also have hair extensions, if you know what I mean, but I don't think he does there. All right, let's see. This one, the hike started out with me whining about how we hadn't gotten out of the house, and I really wanted a quick hike before we both got started on work we had to do. Then we arrived at the Snow Canyon, and John suggested a three miller we had done before. Did you mean like meter? I started whining that was too long. I was thinking a quick little jaunt. 1 mile seemed good. So we saw that the White Rock hike was 1.5 and set out. 6 miles later, 4 of which were walking in deep sand, we were able to take our shoes off, dump the sand out, and look at the incredible landscape while the sun set on what was supposed to be a productive day indoors. Karma teaches lessons. Don't whine, enjoy the view, and work can always happen another day. And somebody else said, exactly, do it more often. The problem with that is that for some of us, I can't just do work tomorrow. Like, I teach certain classes, like maybe YouTube if I wanted to be like, you know what, I'm just not feeling it tonight, fine. But I can't do that with my regular job. Happy about my first magazine article, a subject dear to my heart. Oh my God, you guys. So on November 11th, 2016, she had her first magazine article. And it starts with, my therapist was trying to help me understand the toxic situation I was in. I was a newlywed, feeling deep shame for losing it and yelling at my then husband. I'd never done such a thing before. My husband would call me crazy, and I was starting to believe him. Oh, why did you yell? My therapist asked. I shared the story. It says something had thank you cards. Oh, they had thank you cards from their wedding that had not been sent. The majority of them were her husband's friends. I thought I'd be brave and ask for his help. Thank you. I could write these cards for your friends, I asked him. Or could you help me write these cards for your friends, I asked him. He asked, why were the thank you cards not done? You should have sent them by now, he says. He didn't respond to your question. Instead, he switched. I said, he doesn't something be what I said. He doesn't respond to what I say. He feels frustrated. Okay, I can't read the rest because it gets blurry. But it says about the author. Laura Matthias is a DJ on Mix 103.1. You know her as LJ? Stop it. She lives in Santa Sierra, Utah, with her new husband, whom she adores. A former TV reporter and anchor. Did anybody know that she was a DJ on Mix 103.1? And did you know her as LJ? Lauren Johnson, I guess? Who knew? I had no idea. I didn't know her as a DJ. Oh, stop it. Oh, God. Meeting at USAF Thunderbirds after my flight in an F-16. And then she puts like the muscle arm and the American flag. I wrote about this experience in my blog last month. Oh, I need to find her blog. It's been a while since I've shared. Did we read her blog before? I can't remember. It's been a while since I've shared the blog post I'm writing here on Instagram, and I got sick last month. Thus, there weren't many posts as usual, but 15, 16, and 17 are up. Link in my bio. And then Jill writes, so impressive. She's like look at how intense she's like, hi, I'm Lauren. Over here, my lovely mom. Oh, she looks like her mom, doesn't she? Someone says, say hello to Danelle from me. And she says, Mavis, I will. Someone says that Mavis still has her cheekbones. Easy to see why you were so beautiful, Lauren. You are both so beautiful, absolutely beautiful photos. So let me be honest here. She looks great here. I mean, look. And this is no disrespect. I don't want anybody in chat to write anything negative as like making fun of type thing. I mean, it's one thing to point out the obvious, but let's not like tease or anything. But let's look right here, right? Lauren is very natural looking here. Like this probably is her real hair here. Her lips are in its, I'm assuming, original shape. Her eyebrows are in a different spot than we usually see it with. Like, I just think she looked really pretty here. And sometimes I wonder if it's the pressure of feeling like you have to do more. And this is another thing, from what I've been told, when you go to the doctor, and tell me if this is true, I've never had yet. I mean, I'm not saying that I never would. I don't know, maybe, but I haven't gone anywhere as of now. But is it true that they like, and they don't do it like in a mean way, but let's say you get filler in your lips, they might say something like, oh, if you just get a little here, or like if you put a little here, it'll make you look even, so then you put a little there, and then they're like, oh yeah, and then if you just add and so I don't know, but I could see how that would happen. So like, does that play a role in it? Like, so you're thinking, my doctor is a plastic surgeon, like, why would he tell me that I need filler in my face if I didn't? So I wonder how much of that plays a role, how much culture plays a role. Look at her mom. Her mom looks like she keeps up with herself. And again, I'm not even talking plastic surgery. I mean, like, she looks healthy. Her mother looks healthy. She looks healthy. And that was in what, 2016? Yeah, that was October 26, 2016. Oh my God, what are those pants? Representing Coyote Country at the Route 91 Festival in Las Vegas. Oh, cute. Oh, I don't want to show her son or this little kid. J and L. Oh, that's cute. Somebody drew that for them. Oh, wait, look at the outfit. John's wearing a red top and blue pants, and she has on the blue pants and a red skirt. Cute. United we stand. Chain of life. Huh? It says Utah High School's card hanging on Engine 54 ladder, fire station in New York after the 9/11 attacks. Oh, I didn't know what it was. All right, there we go. Oh, look how cute. She looks healthy here too, doesn't she? Like, she doesn't look like sickly thin or anything. So a year ago today, I talked to this guy for the first time. So her and John talked for the first time on September 6, 2015. I didn't know that. So September 6, 2016, and then a year later, here they go. So a year ago today, I talked to this guy for the first time. He was at Sarah Nelson in Boise and told her I had to grab a call real quick. Someone my cousin was wanting to set me up with. I went to the bedroom to chat. We talked for 2 hours. I text my cousin afterwards writing, "So John just called? I wanted to say thank you," with a smiley face. Whether anything progresses or not, it was very refreshing conversation, and it gave me a lot of hope again. He's a good guy. Thanks for thinking of me. I was super excited when John called the next night, and the next, and every night after. When you put a reporter and a psychologist together, we talk about everything from murders to offenders. Hold on, Thor. From Freud to reality stars, religion and politics were fair game as we were feelings and emotions. I'd get off work at 11 and we'd talk until 2 a.m. or 4 a.m. A couple of weeks later, he drove up to Boise to meet me. Sometimes I truly can't believe he exists. My football playing, philosophizing feminist who enjoys watching Bachelor in Paradise. All right, let me let Thor out real quick. You guys ponder over that. Oh my goodness. Come on, Thor. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yes, I have on shorts. Okay. I don't even know if you were able to see my shorts. I apologize. I had to get back in my spot. And I didn't want to move everything. Okay, so here we go. What part of it don't you understand, says Thor. Right. Isn't that the understatement of the year? This dog is like too much. I can't. I love him to pieces though. So now, I don't know who this is, but this is one of her friends since elementary school. This one says, "Thanks for putting a voice to what has been going on in my head. To be able to read the words that I didn't know I needed to hear is an answer to my prayers. I've been married for 15... All right, well, that's not her. The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek." Oh, look at her there. Okay. She looks happy. Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the judgment that something is more important. Something is more important. Is that supposed to be than fear? That fear? Anyway, the whole point is, do you guys see? I am so not surprised that it says, but rather the judgment. Right? Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the judgment that something is more important than fear. I think it's supposed to be. Oh, her and John, how cute. Look at her little, like, doesn't that look like, I don't know. That head thing's giving me like the cruise, I don't know. Oh, God forgive me. I don't know. Okay, so here we go here. Oh, this is another, they really like to go here, you guys, don't they? Look, that's one day, and this is another day. They have on totally different outfits. I thought this was all from the same thing. Oh, she likes to wear flowers in her hair. Cute. That looks like a wrist corsage. This one says, "Lauren, I love this picture. When can Liz and I meet up with you both for dinner? I want, oh God, Liz, not Liz. It's not that Liz. Burke, we would love that. He knows all about the riches, and I even took him to meet your mom in Jacob Lake. Totally got him hooked on parfait cookies." Oh, maybe you shouldn't have. "Will you be," and I didn't mean that with any disrespect. I'm just saying for health reasons. Will you be in St. George over any weekend soon? We also are trying to make plans to visit my dad in Utah soon. Let's try to make this happen. And Mavis writes back, Lauren, please give my love to your lovely dad if you get to see him. He will be pleased to see you. So happy. Lauren says, I'll do that, Mavis. Thank you. He'll be grateful to hear from you. Okay. There isn't a person we wouldn't love if we could understand their story. Huh? Is that just like it's hard to dislike somebody when you know their story? Lauren says, I've always been a believer in people's stories. They're full of power, hope, knowledge, and are the reason I love being a reporter, helping share other people's stories with the world. Interviewing people every day for 5 years gave me a deep love for the human experience. Since moving from Boise, so much has happened, and I've decided it's time for a shift in my career. This time, I'm sharing my story let's open that in a new tab. This is my story about heartbreak, learning more than I ever dreamed, and finding love again. I have a new post up. I'm writing another today. I'll be sharing my new post here on my Facebook page, as well as additional insights in this journey. I hope you'll also share your experiences and wisdom with me. I find strength through other stories. Not everyone will always agree with us, but our honest stories can inspire one another. Our truths are powerful things. Okay, Jane loves her so hard. And James loves Lauren. And then Marvin says, a bold statement. I wonder if you have the courage of that conviction. Oh my God, to see it through no matter what. I can't believe that person just said that. A bold statement. That was a bold statement. Damn. Okay. That was Allie. Of course, Thor's still out there, probably playing with the fox. Okay, so let's see. Next. Oh, that's a pretty picture, you guys. Isn't that a nice picture? Look, again, I don't feel like she's had a lot of anything. I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong. But I mean, she looks very natural here. I like it. Beautiful woman. So pretty. Too dang gorgeous. Wow. Oh, is that her grandma? That's sad. Oh, my birthday, June 27th. With my grandmother. Oh, that's cute. All right, this one looks very filtered. No. Ooh. Okay, maybe less filter. She does look pretty there, though, I guess. Happy National Women's Day. I didn't even know there was one. We have another beautiful angel in heaven. Aw. Wait, you guys. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, you guys. Look at this. She posted a selfie of herself, right? That's what a selfie is, I guess, right? And it says, we have another beautiful angel in heaven. Today I'm wearing purple for sweet Elizabeth, a beloved girl at KIVI 6 on your side. Purple for Elizabeth. What? I don't know that I love this. Ooh, look at her here. Look at that face. She looks mad. Big story, homeless shelter use in Boise. And someone wrote, I love Lauren. And then this one, anchoring tonight, not a lot of sleep. Tune in to see how it goes. Someone said, try not to snore on air. Could you imagine? And she wrote back, also known as pulling a roll-in. I'll do my best. And James says, gorgeous as ever. Good luck. I know you will hit a home run. John Hillis says, but you look so good. And in TV, that's what counts. See? See, you guys? That's what I'm talking about. So this guy pretty much says what I was saying. So gorgeous as ever. Good luck. I know you will hit a home run. No, not that one. You look good. And in TV, that's what counts. But isn't like that the truth? Which is why I'm wondering, like, how much of the stuff that, because when you look at her now, there's so many things from this picture right here that don't look the same anymore. Like, I don't know that she has any wrinkles under her eyes that I see now. Like, well, you guys could see all the things that have changed. But it's a shame because, look, I think she looks really pretty. And then it says, "You're such a natural." What is this? This is a photo from a post. Lauren Johnson, Matthias. It says, "The truth is that I still love my husband more than ever, and my advocacy for him." Oh, this isn't by her. I just read the very bottom to see. That's not by her. I don't know why she's posting that. Oh, Lauren, wait, it says Karen thinks I might be a hoarder, and she might be right because I'm back in the thrift store again to try to decorate for the holidays. Boise has the best thrifting. Happy Saturday. Philadelphia does not have the best thrifting. What? You could buy them by the pound? The warehouse between Orchard and Curtis is great for Christmas decorations, and you buy by the pound? What? We don't have that fun stuff here, I don't think. What is this? Why? Found this treasure at the thrift store. What? It says it has a monochrome monitor and dual, yes. Read that. 2 disk drives, glowing, floppy disks. That's funny. Did you get the Royal? What a find. Oh my God, people are dead serious. They're like dead ass. I still have a working Apple what? LLE with a monitor, etc. and it still works. Oh, look at this picture. She looks like she cut her hair. Oh my God, it says 40-year-old woman lives in Las Vegas. There you go. That's what 40 looks like. She looks good there. Oh, that's her with her son. Wait, you guys, is that her and her son? Why would she be on Match.com? 2 profiles? Or no, 2 photos. It says, and her name was ALT00978, 40-year-old woman, Las Vegas, Nevada, United States, seeking men within 50 miles. But is that a picture of her and her kid? Or is that someone else's kid? That was in 2015, so it couldn't have been her kid, right? Oh, here it goes. Oh, let's see what her profile looked like, you guys. Why would she repost this on her Facebook? My family and stuff's on my Facebook. I just don't know that I would have posted this. Anyway, it says seeking men 42 to 75, you guys. What? So she's 40 and she's seeking men 42 to 75? That's specific. It says her details. Wait, why does it say a widower? What? Yes, and they live at home. Oh, kids, yes, and they live at home. I'll tell you later. White Caucasian, about average. 5'9", Christian, LDS. No way, social drinker. In her own words, I am not a full subscriber. Please feel free to text me and wink. I would love to talk more. Speaking of digits listed, follow the numbers as I label with words of wisdom and send a text if you think you've figured it out. 7, honesty. 0, love. 2, happiness. 2, trust. 0, commitment. 8, communication. 2, believe. 4, romance. 3, cuddling. 1, constant messaging. Only text. Only the smart ones get the best once. Only the smart once gets the best once. Ounce. Oh, once. ONCE. What is she saying? Clearly I'm not the smart one. And then it says, thanks for reading my profile. Stay blessed. You should be able to sort this out if you're wise enough. I exercise 3 to 4 times a week. I have dogs, camping, coffee, and conversation. I hope to God this isn't her profile, because if it is, would that be an honest statement? Saying that you're a widower? The rest of it seems to fit though, right? And over here, I guess they were asked to like rate, or not asked to, but like I'm sure this is a rating system. So number 1 is constant messaging. Number 2 is believe. 3 is cuddling. 4 is romance. There's no 5 or 6. 7's honesty. 8, communication. No 9 or 10. So one of them is love and 1 is trust. Oh, 2 is trust. There's 2 is trust and believe. Oh my God, I can't. Next. Okay, you guys, what's this one? Who's here? Crusha! I believe she used this as a story from when her account got hacked. Yes, she did. Shut up. What? Yeah, she's with John. Steph. Right, Stephanie? Is that what you said? She's with John. Meanwhile, we're like known for saying John here in Philly. And now, like, there's like signs in Philadelphia that are like something, but they'll say John on it. And now when I see John, I think of Dr. John. I'm like, no, he's ruining John for me. That's weird. I heard she was a widow one other time. Kathy, stop it. Stop it. What? That's just reckless, you guys. How do you tell somebody that you're a widow? That's just so not cool, right? And look at this. All the things that she could have written here. Oh my God, look at this. I got so off whatever. Oh, this is a new picture. This one says height 5'9", which is funny. Didn't she say 5'8" before? Hold on. Where did I say it? Look, oh no, 5'9". She did write 5'9". Okay, so she's 5'9" here, from here. About average body type, blue eyes, blonde hair, smoke, no way, drink, social drinker, self-employed entrepreneur. Income, $50,000 to $75,000 a year. Relationship, widow, widower, have kids, yes, and they live at home. Wants kids, I'll tell you later, it says. For the preferences for what she's looking for, the only thing she wrote that she's looking for is 91 centimeters to 3 foot to 8'11". Okay, that's pretty open. It says that she is white and or Caucasian, Christian, LDS, English, some college. I don't know. Is this supposed to be hers? What? Oh, this hat, I can't. What is that? New station hats, winner, bring it. Someone wrote gangsta. Gangsta on your side. Oh my God. She wrote back, that's my new sign off. Someone said, you're adorable. Beautiful. I love Lauren. This James Christopher whatever writes, I love Lauren all the time. Alright, I don't know what the point of this is. Oh, here we go. So Denise says, how are you, Lauren? And Lauren replies, Denise, I miss you. I was thinking of you and your family. I'm doing really well. That's how I pictured her saying that. And then James says, I love Lauren. I told you guys. He writes it in everything. It says, I love Lauren, and usually loves in all caps. And then Jenny says, hey, I knew that girl. Mindy says, so glad you're still in Boise. You're amazing, and I wish the best for you. Oh, okay. All right. I can dig this. This is just very beautiful, Lauren. All right, let's see. Oh, what is that? A photo I won't forget. Such tragedy. A GoFundMe page is on our website. And then this says, this is now Idaho on your side. Starts their Friday, or this is how they start their Friday morning. At least Karen and Lauren Johnson. Oh, look at Lauren. She's not a good shot, you guys. Although, you guys, this says so much to me. Like, let me put myself, I know I said that right now. I'm not Dr. Vona. I'm Jaime Vona because I have to be a normal person too. If I were to put my doctor hat on, think about this. Think about the psychology behind this. Over here, this girl, what's her name? Karen, this is a, when they put up in the GUN range, when you go for like practice, they put these up and you practice and then you pull it up to see like where you hit. So this one, like this is the bullseye right here. So this woman did really good. She got a lot around the bullseye. Come over here, and at first I was like, I looked right at the bullseye. I was like, oh, she didn't even get close. But then, as I look, why was she shooting in the head so many times? And like in the heart. Look at that, you guys. She shot in the head and the heart. Wow. Because this isn't a shot, and nothing from here down. So there's nothing from mid down at all. They are all 100%. There's nothing here either. They're just the two at the top here. Literally all of the ones she landed are in this top part here, this right here. So this would be your heart, right? Well, I guess if you're looking at it, maybe she was, I don't know, maybe not. It would be the other side. Unless she was mirroring it, so I don't even know. But the fact that there's so many in the head, there's like 13 of them in the head. Hang on. It said, oh, gone. Oh, wait, what was this one comment? Oh, no. Oh, my God. So she puts this picture and somebody wrote cute dog instead of like, look how cute they are. Stay patient and trust your journey. This Monday felt like a long one, hoping for a better rest of the week for everyone. And then I think we're done over here. I hope we're done because I'm done. I'm over this part. I want to move on to next. Oh, what is this? Is the Idaho Hotel in Silver City, Idaho haunted? I investigate tonight. Oh, that was scary. All right, I think we're back at the beginning. I could stop. All right, so we're done with this. Let me come over to the stream. I am seeing some of the stuff up on the screen, but I just want to come over here real quick. Hi, y'all. How you doing? You look beautiful. Thank you for stopping by. I'm so blessed, in all reality, of how many of you come to support me. I can't even tell you. Like, I literally get verklempt even thinking about it. Look, my eyes are starting to water already just thinking about it. Thank you so much for coming here time and time again to support me. I will feel indebted to you all forever. Thank you. Wow. Okay, let me keep going. So, hi Kresha, hi Kathy. Who else is here? Jenny's here. Stephanie. I believe that's her name, Stephanie, right? I'm like 99% sure. Oh, Kresha. Stop it. Kresha says I look gorgeous. I don't know about all that, but it sounds good, so I'll listen. I'm just kidding. I'm in such a goofy mood, you guys. She doesn't like dogs. That's why she doesn't have one. Who doesn't like dogs? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, wait, I didn't mean to throw that. Thank you so much. Yes, interesting. All of her shots were in the head. And let me tell you, I took my hat back off and I'm back to Jaime Vona. Not Dr. Vona. To be fair, you are supposed to aim for center mass, but Harlot, none of that was center mass, or she's just a really bad, like, target practicer. I can't believe she doesn't like dogs. Like, really? I mean, I guess some people don't like dogs. Someone says, I bet maybe that's how she gets her anger out, Steph, but why? You're supposed to go for the bullseye, right? She deletes everything that's not a gushing compliment. I bet. Oh wait, who's gay? Oh, Casey's in the tub. Look at you. Isn't this the job she got fired from? Wait, you guys, why did she get fired? Was that from alleged taking of, like, was it prescription? I'm not sure, but is that the one? Is that what you're talking about? And again, alleged, whatever. So, YouTube bad actors says to Kresha, I understand loyalty. I tried for a while, but I don't understand being completely devoid of logic like these people. Isn't that interesting, right, YouTube bad actors? I guess part of it, too, is I feel like for a lot of this, even with, like, Lori Daybell and stuff, like, I feel like a lot of this is cultural. Kresha, tell me if I'm wrong, because you would know, right? So is it cultural just to, like, think that you have to remain attractive? Like, I don't know. I feel like Lauren doesn't know how to age gracefully, and I think that by looking at the transformation she's made over the years, again, this is no disrespect. This is just pointing out the obvious. I wonder, because it wouldn't be that she's trying to look younger for John, right? Because he's older too, so that's not it. So it's probably for things like being on TV, being on YouTube, whatever the case may be. I would assume that that's why I could assume, if I had to put my hat on to think like somebody would in this situation, I would think that there's probably comments of people that like pick people apart. People have done it to me before. I was on DTs one time. It was like when I first came on, and I had my bangs pulled back or whatever, and I have a widow's peak, but somebody was like, oh, Dr. Vona should have an avatar. I'd have an avatar if I had, wait, what did they say? If I had a receding hairline like that. And I was like, bitch, sit down. I literally was like, look, I am not going to even dignify this comment with telling people who it was or whatever, but I just told them, I'm like, my confidence is good. You need to sit down. My bangs aren't good right now. I don't know what they're doing, but I'm confident, so I really don't give a shit. They can just hang here. So I shut the lady up, but still, it was like ridiculous. But people make fun of looks all the time. So I could see how somebody that doesn't have a high self-esteem, and even somebody that has been seen to be a perfectionist of some sort, and this is coming from someone who had an eating disorder years ago. Yes, I know, I beat anorexia, it's fine, you can, but for years, I had a raging eating disorder, and part of eating disorders is that perfectionistic type quality, so I get it. I actually wouldn't be surprised, and I don't know this at all, Lauren, so please nobody take this and be like, oh, she said, because I don't know this, but I would not be surprised if she struggled with eating in general. I would not be surprised. I see a lot of the disordered behavior that you see with eating disorders, and again, I had one for years. So things like the perfectionism. Oh, I don't know, and I don't want to be diagnosing anybody, but does anybody know if she struggles with eating? And what I mean by that is eating like as a form of control. Eating disorders, just so everybody knows, is a disorder of control. So when somebody feels very out of control, one of the things that we have control over is what we put in our mouths. So, and what we take out of our mouths too, if we want to, right? So through, through our mouth, through our bottom, whatever, through laxative, diet pills. I mean, there's just so many things through sticking your fingers in. And again, I'm not saying any of this will learn. If anything, I'm talking about my own experience. But I had bulimia and anorexia, and I was like hospitalized many times. It just was like a whole different world. And I'm just not even that same person that I was. It was from 13 to 21. And then at 21, I literally was like, you're going to wake up tomorrow on your birthday, and you are going to figure this out, and you are done with this eating disorder. And I was. Just like that. There was so many hospital visits and stays and this and that. And literally it just took me one day waking up and saying, you're done. And that was it. And then that was it. Now, I will say that just like with an addiction, eating disorders linger. So they don't just go away. So I will say, when I'm stressed, people have to remind me, like, to eat, or ask me, like, did you eat yet today? Like, my kids will say to me, they'll be like, Mom, did you eat anything? And I'll be like, And again, I think that's just a disordered thought process that lingered from it. So I feel like part of this is something that I'm picking up on, but I could be completely wrong. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. Oh my God, someone said they're too fat for Utah. What do you mean? Is that like how people... My niece is the tiniest thing. I mean, oh my God, I die to have her body for 2 minutes. She's like, Aunt Jane, I'm the fat one in California. I was like, oh, stop it. No, you are not. She's like, Aunt Jane, I'm not lying. And she doesn't have like an eating problem or anything. Like, she's like, no, for real, you don't understand. She's like, I'm considered like thick out there. I was like, what? I was like, well, it looks like I will not be going to California, because they'll be like, girl. So I didn't realize that it's like that, I guess, in other places as well. Which then just goes to what I was saying about it being cultural, right? Because in some cultures, it's a beautiful thing to age gracefully. Thank you, Guthrie. Guthrie says I look fabulous. I appreciate that. Confidence and self-esteem is what Lauren has, in my opinion, says Diane. Now, Diane, let me tell you what I think here. And this is just my opinion. I don't know that I agree with that. So, again, you said that confidence and self-esteem is what Lauren has, in your opinion. In my opinion, I don't think she has a high self-esteem, and I don't think that she has the highest confidence. I do think that since being with John, you could tell in camera that she does appear more confident, and I bet you she is more confident than ever before, right? However, I 100%, and again, no disrespect, I 100% see insecurities. And I don't know if anybody else does, but an example even would be just immediately when you get into a fight, when you get into fights with somebody, right? Just thinking that they're just going to ostracize you from the group. In here, it eventually does happen, but just always thinking that like something's really big, like you're being stalked, or, all the things. So I guess what I'm saying is, I don't know, because I'm not in the situation, so I really don't want to say. You know what? I wouldn't be talking about my friends, victims, or anyone that way. So now that I think about it, it's pretty safe to say that I wouldn't have to worry about it. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? Let me see, you guys. That's funny. I'm sorry, I should probably read it out loud. Let's see. That's ridiculous. You are perfect, Dr. Vona. Oh, shut up. Stop it now. I love you guys. I can't even stand it. You guys love me. Please like and subscribe. That's all I ask. It's free. Ruth. Better late than never, Ruth. I'm so glad you guys are here. Crusha, I haven't seen you in a minute. I just wanted you to know, though, I did listen to at least... you did a live. You had one where you had somebody reading. I listened to that whole thing. That was so interesting. I can't even tell you. Like, so interesting that I would like to reread the document. again, I think you know what I'm talking about. A woman, I apologize, I don't know her name. She read it for you. And then one other time you were with Jay. But I was there for both. I just wanted you to know that I'm there to support you. June aims at the head and the heart. There you go. I don't hate on it. Oh God, Kresha says I'm too ugly for Utah, and I'm 1,000% A-okay with that too. Nip tuck my belly. That's what I'd do if I made multiple millions. Yeah, we call it a fupa here. The fat upper area or the fat upper area, depending on which one you got. And if I had the money, I'd cut it off too. So I don't even hate on people that do have the money that do it. Don't marry June. I'm too fat for Utah too. It's okay. So's a wise woman. We all are. Wait, a wise woman says I'm fat and I love Utah. That's so funny. Nobody's fat here, you guys. I am effing perfect from anywhere, LOL. Cuff you. That is the A+ statement so far tonight. I love that. Lauren's BS is largely from growing up Mormon. A wise woman. Can you elaborate on that? Because I think that's what I was trying to ask when I asked Kresha about it being cultural. Cultural meaning, like, you know, how much of Lauren's belief systems or even Lori's belief systems were affected by growing up in that church. Did they both grow up there? Like, you know, I don't know to be sure, so that would be good to find out. Wasn't her dad like very religious, but at the same time committed at least enough crimes that he had to do some time? Correct me if I'm wrong. Again, remember, I'm still getting caught up on all the things because I cover multiple cases. Ooh, what's that? She also said it in that clip provided by Christina. Oh, wait, she struggled with over and underweight. See? I would not be surprised, you guys. Wait, what? She had an eating disorder, what? So Kathy wrote, the great thing about this woman is that you never have to guess. YouTube says, she looks like she's always been skinny. Gotcha. I agree with that, but Kathy says, I don't think she was ever fat. But she felt she was. Kathy, ding, ding, ding. At one point, I was 100% not fat at all. I think like at the time, my body weight was like 112 pounds, but no, it was 118. That's what it was. I was 118 pounds, but to me now, that's like skinny. At the time though, I was 19 years old or 18. And I did, like, they have a mental weight inventory that you take when you have an eating disorder and, like, you go into treatment. A lot of the eating disorder places will give this. And my mental weight was 305 pounds. So it just goes to show that your perception is reality, even if it's not real. My perception and the number on the scale did not match. However, I thought it did. And when given the opportunity, we did this thing where you would have like all these different, from thinnest to biggest, and they weren't like, nobody was being exploited. It was more like you couldn't see anybody's faces. But the point of it is they give you like your avatar, like your picture, and they tell you to place yourself in the order because they go from thinnest to biggest. And most of the time you'll see that somebody with body dysmorphia will place themselves in like a totally wrong spot. And it's almost like to where you're like, wait, what? But you could tell that they're really thinking about it. Like they'll move and then move back and then move. And like you'll see that they're like working it out and then they'll land on something like way bigger than what they really are. So I guess my point here is what Kathy's saying is I don't think she was ever fat, but she felt she was. That's the important part. So it has nothing to do with whether we really are fat, right? It's do we think we're fat? And if so, isn't that then can be enough? I'm just validating that Utah is Mormonism. Yeah, I need to find out more. Miss Tight. Good night, Explorer Corps. Explorer Corps is going to bed. Thank you for being here, Explorer Corps. I appreciate you. And Explorer Corps, thank you for your help over on Discord. And for all of you that aren't on our Discord, go check it out. And thank you to Cuff You, of course, and to Harlot. I know you guys are rocking it. Let's see. To me, she reads, so Possum Friend says, to me, she reads deeply insecure as someone who used to be. I am so glad you said used to be. Very insecure. June thinks so too. That's what talking nasty about others stems from. June. Ding, 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 ding. That's what talking nasty about others stems from. This is the thing, you guys. I don't have to put you down if I'm secure within myself, right? So if I'm genuinely secure, then your presence, and I don't mean me and you specifically, I'm just saying in theory, if I'm so secure, I don't need to put you down, right? Putting you down would only benefit me if it made me feel as if I was superior to you. Then putting you down would try to help with my low self-esteem. But if I already have a high self-esteem, talking about you, I mean, does it happen? Sure. But there's less of a reason for it, especially in this situation. I actually agree with June a lot on that one. All right, I'll read a few more and then I'm going to go to the next thing. There's Thor. Hold on 1 second, you guys. Oh my gosh, I guess the fox went away. Yes. Hold on, Thor. Come on, Thor. Hurry up, buddy. You want your treat? Thor. Come on, Thor. You want your treat? Here you go, Allie girl. Here you go, Thor. Good boy. Alright, they're back in. They should be good now. I apologize. Well, sorry, you guys. I have on shorts. I was so hot earlier. I was having like a hot flash. Lucy Day, hi. I live in Utah, says a wise woman. Let's see. I think the goal was to turn her viewers against Jay. Who's Jay? What else do we have here? All right, let me put something else on. Hamster wheel. Oh, wait, let me see what Crusher said real quick. You say... Oh, wait, Are You Sunny says, I think caring so much about your looks and an eating disorder can go hand in hand. It can. This is the thing, though. So I do want people to know this about eating disorders. One of the deceiving things about eating disorders is that we often think that it has to do with the look of it. And to be honest with you, it's because it's an out of control feeling. So eating disorders are more about gaining control, even though it's a very out of control behavior. It's more about feeling in control of your life and your existence, in my opinion, more so. And even if you look at like the DSM and stuff, more so than necessarily fitting a certain number, because the truth is with an eating disorder, it doesn't matter what number you are, chances are you perceive yourself to be a lot bigger. So I guess you could say in that sense, your look would then be a reflection of you. So I could see that. But more for the sense of control. than anything else. I agree with you guys. You guys are so smart. So Stephanie, I think she did I'm just saying Stephanie, like I know you know. She was able to convince a bunch of her subscribers that she was a victim to distract from the things that were going to come out that she said about others. Yep. And she weeded out everyone who questioned her. And then Kathy says she has told us everything. I know what you mean. In Christina's audio clip of Lauren, she claimed she was a loser because she didn't have a podcast, was overweight. What? And didn't have a podcast. I shit you not. What? She said Christina was overweight? And Kathy says, I think she still pushes away anyone who doesn't validate her. Stephanie says, I can't believe that people didn't see that as a little weird. I mean, if you're truly scared of a stalker, you call police. You don't go live for 9 hours. So even more so, Steph, I would say that if she was truly scared, the one thing that tipped everything for me was when she wanted to know what she should do, in the sense, like when they were at court to the judge, what should they do if Christina is at a restaurant, for example, first, and then Lauren goes to the restaurant? What happens in that situation? And I will never forget, the judge said, I would think that if your client went to a restaurant where she encountered somebody, she was afraid for her life, that she would just want to go somewhere else. Like, she wouldn't even want to go in there. And that's when I was like, yeah, you're right. Like, if you're so afraid of somebody, if I'm afraid of Stephanie and I go in and I know Stephanie's in there, why would I try to get into a back and forth over who has the right to stay? I would be afraid, right? So the minute I find out that that person's there, I would leave, right? So the fact that she wanted to know what would happen, because if you remember, when they were at CrimeCon, that did happen, where Christina was already there. And then Lauren went, I think it was like to like a restaurant type thing or a lounge, whatever. We saw pictures of that. I also heard that Lauren and them, when they were there, were sitting like in a back corner or something, and that I was like, how did they get to the front by the bar in that, on that other table? So if anybody knows the story to that, let me know, because I'm dying to know what was going on there. And then she wanted Christina to get kicked out because it was her turn to be there, I guess. But like, if you're so scared of her, why would you even go? Like, there has to be other places that you could eat. If you want to chat, I'm up for it. It's hard to answer here and then not have it seen. A wise woman. I would love to chat with you. I'm so sorry. I don't know if I've been looking on my phone more, but I'm looking on my chat on Streamlabs, and I'm wondering if it's not showing me all the chat. Whereas here, I have it on all. So I do apologize. That was probably my fault. Oh, wait, I want to hear what Stephanie said. All right, let's see. You need to say you're having a power surge instead of a hot flash. It's more empowering. I love that. It's a power surge. I love it. Wait, hold on. Let me just pull my phone off here. My dog just got scared. Well, one. All right, let's see. This will be easier. She has demonstrated time and time again exactly what she accuses others of is exactly what she's doing. Ding, 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 ding. We call that projection. 100%. 100%. So, Kresha, I don't know if you can answer this, but somebody was asking, are people superficial in Mormonism? Like, is that part of a culture? And I don't think there was any disrespect in the question. I think it's just a question. In Christina's audio clip, all right, I read that one. That was crazy, Kresha. Oh my God. That is so funny, Amy. I think she still pushes away. All right, I said that one. Oh, I don't know what I missed, a wise woman. I'm so sorry if I didn't see something. Did you put at Dr. Vona? Sometimes when I see that, like, the highlighted part, I, like, go right to that because I see it. Or it says, like, at dr_VONA. She could have any army of really great friends, but look at what she did. 1,000%. And let me be honest with you. If I was friends with her and she pulled this with other people, that would make me think, like, what do you do when I'm not around? Because if you're talking about... Now, I will say, everybody needs that one friend or two friends that you guys can, like, get on the phone and, like, literally just talk shit about people and laugh. Like, just getting, like, blowing steam off, that you trust and that they should be able to do the same with you. But it seems like that's not what happened with Lauren. It seemed like she would even say things on, like, group chats. And my thing is, how did you not think that these group chats were going to get shared eventually? I just don't understand. Let me see what else I have here real quick. Let me see. Okay, so then I went to this. I'm sure you guys have seen this. But I was like, oh, God. So this is her webpage. So it says on her Facebook, it says, like, you know, go follow me over here. What is that? Oh, they have their own website too? Duh, why didn't I think that? Let's open that up. And then it says about Lauren that she's worked as a reporter and anchor for ABC, NBC, and Fox News in East Idaho, Boise, Idaho, Salt Lake City, Utah. She spent a decade reporting on a diverse range of topics, from high-profile crimes to presidential visits. Most recently, she reported for Salt Lake City's ABC affiliate, News 4 Utah in southern Utah. In 2015, she received the Idaho State Broadcaster Association Best Reporter Award, in addition to receiving the Best Report of the Year in 2015 based upon short documentary she did on LGBTQ rights. Did you guys know that she did a documentary on LGBTQ rights? I didn't. Was she for them, I guess? I hope. What's this? Presidential visit. Oh, no.
Well, friends gather in Boise to remember 21-year-old Zachariah Peterson, who was shot and killed last night near the Boise Depot.
Tonight, police have a suspect.
Okay, let's keep going. After logging hours of conversation on the phone. Oh, wait, I missed the part about John. How did I do that? Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, this report was posted the day Lauren met her husband, John. Guess when that was? September 6th, 2015. Do you know how I know that? Because we read it a little while ago, and my brain literally remembers everything for some reason. So Lauren and John, they met, and I am so positive of this, September 9th, 2015. Oh. After logging hours of conversation on the phone, John drove 10 hours to meet Lauren in person in Boise, Idaho. Lauren went live. Oh, get out. She went live with his tragic story of a young father murdered. Oh, with this tragic story. And right after met up with John for a late night dinner. Over tacos, they discussed the ongoing investigation and Lauren's interviews for the report. Oh my gosh. It was a tragic story, and murders do not happen every day in Boise. They're talked about the impact on the families and how the victim's child would grow up not knowing his father. It was their first in-person conversation about crime, you guys. And then here they go. What is up with her and these headpieces? Why? Several years later, after marriage and one child of their own, John and Lauren connected 2 USB microphones to a laptop computer over dinner during the pandemic in June of 2020 and started the Hidden True Crime podcast. thereby bringing their conversations about crime to a broader audience. John and Lauren continue to talk about crime over dinner and to produce their podcast while acknowledging the victims and sharing their belief that an understanding of crime provides a deeper understanding of ourselves. I've heard them say that multiple times. What? Understanding of crime provides a deeper understanding of ourselves? I don't know that I understand. How? How does me covering BK provide a deeper understanding of myself? Well, in the latest season of the podcast, Beyond the Veil, Lauren and John discuss the Chad and Lori Daybell case. Of course they do, in depth. Lauren's reporting career started in East Idaho, where Chad Daybell lived and where multiple murders happened. Lauren was most recently employed by Salt Lake City's ABC affiliate, where she reported in southern Utah, the place where Lori and Chad allegedly met. Now, you guys have to remember, this is LaurenMatthias.com, so this is the things that she either wrote or consented to, if you will. So wait, let me get rid of this one, share this tab instead. So just in case, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but I'm not going to, oh, stop it. You guys read this. Quote, a better understanding of crime is a better understanding of ourselves, Dr. John Matthias. She has long crime up here, as seen on Dateline, Netflix, ABC News, News Nation, Inside Edition, and Long Crime. Okay. All right, let's go to something different. The next thing I have is, let's see. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Share this instead. And get rid of this so I know I did it. I did this. Get rid of that. We did this, get rid of that. All right, we're down to like a few things left. Oh, actually, let's do this one first, and then, because this one we could then get rid of after. Okay, so Sleuthy Goosey, I'm sure you guys know who that is. Go subscribe, like all the things. So on October 31st, 2025, via email, she was able to get the cease and desist from online harassment and dissemination of altered AI-generated and or private messages. Of altered AI-generated and or private messages. And then Sleuthy says, not going to say who this is to, but it looks to me like Lauren Matthias is having Grayson go through her phone so Lauren can have her attorney send cease and desist letters to anyone they might be sharing messages they've had with her. So could you imagine? So Lauren tells us on the 9-hour live that she has Grayson looking through her messages because she wanted Grayson to see if there were times that she did this, that, or the other. But here, could you imagine if it was something more like this? Like to see who she needs to send a cease and desist to? That was just unbelievable to me. Let's see. Yeah, she could have had an army of great friends. Too bad she did this. Oh. Okay. All right, let's see. Kresha says, it was more like they were skinnier than me, so it made me feel fatter or whatever. Well, I guess I missed the first part of that. Oh no, I didn't. Hold on. See, I don't know if I'm getting everything. And then Kathy says, look at all the great women she had around her, and they had continued to be great women. They are still great friends to one another, in my opinion. I agree. Like all the other women, you mean? The Jerry says, high self-esteem equals pulls others up. Low self-esteem equals puts others down. Boom. Casey says, I know some people like that. They talk down to you because of their problems, not yours. Isn't that the truth, Casey? So what do I always say? The good news is it's probably not about you. The bad news is it's probably not about you, right? So Steph says, I have wondered if her behavior has affected her husband's job. So no, let us tell you why. Because, and again, no disrespect, he works for Hidden True Crime, right? And I think he's self-employed. Right? Then we have, literally just took me 10 minutes to get dressed. I don't know if I missed the first part of that. And then we have the power surge. I remember that. I'm listening with Bluetooth headphones. There's a quiet whistle, snow background sound. Neva, when I get money from YouTube, I will buy new stuff. But until then, unfortunately, this is what I have to work with. I'm sorry. I really am. I'm not being, like, sarcastic. I hate that people hear a hum. And then Convulse Bloom says, I'm behind, but in the Mormon church, you want to be attractive enough to draw the attention of a hot missionary, but not promiscuous. Oh. Okay. And then Crusher says, couldn't it be because of hypercritical mother or parent plus high demand religion plus being a female? Couldn't what be caused by that, Crusher? If you clean your computer like using a can of air, it will likely rid of it. It's a brand new laptop. I think I just bought the one that I shouldn't have. I think I went too cheap. I'm like, not that I'm cheap, I'm like frugal. And I should have spent the extra money. Answer me a question, you guys. Did it go off? Just like, is it off right now? Because if it is, it's definitely the laptop fan. I think I need to get like a good old desktop computer. My husband did fix my internet though, touch wood. Did you guys notice? That part's been alright. But I want to know what you meant, Crusher, by couldn't it be caused by? Couldn't what be caused by? Because you're probably right. It's true, Harlot, 100%. And then for me, I had a narcissistic parent. Oh, so annoying. So I had no sense of self and was very insecure as a young adult, which led to acting immature, but the world corrected me when I got away from that. Damn, Possum Friend, that is so insightful. Why are you feeling ignored, YouTube? Am I not getting all of the things or no? I feel like I sound like Thor drinking my water. You're so funny. I see you too, YouTube. Christine is a twig, and then June says, would we call the caring for the victims covert narcissism? What do you guys think? I think it depends, right? But in a lot of ways, the fact that she called them my victims would put a huge check in the box that you're saying, for sure. Yeah, I'm like trying to think, and I'm trying to like do the opposite, like, you know. And, you know, there probably was at some point somebody that, see, this is what you guys have to remember. I always say that, and just like you guys pick up on too, we tend to project things. And how do we project? We project onto others the things about ourselves. We tend to dislike in others the things that we dislike about ourselves. This is why I really think that I get along with everybody, because I've done so much therapy over time that I've learned to accept and love myself for who I am. But I feel like because of that, I don't see other people, I don't put other people down. I don't know if the two things are related, but I can only imagine that they are, at least some correlation. So I think you, like whoever said it, was definitely onto something when they said if you have high self-esteem, you try to lift people up, and when you have a low self-esteem, you put people down. And I think I agree with that. At least that was true in my situation. So let's see real quick. Oh, she straight up stalked Christina that night. Which night? And then YouTube says, you need to say oh, I went backwards for some reason. I don't know why that happened. Lucy Day. Oh wait, I bet they meant the human psyche, but let a Freudian slip. I love when that happens. Oh wait, you guys are answering about the understanding part. I want to read this. I don't think understanding crime helps me in the least, says Lynn. Yes, Crusha, she speaks about it like she has a bad taste in her mouth. I don't know, that was probably about something with Lauren. Long crime. Where does she get her effing clothes? I mean, I just cannot. Cuff you, do you remember somebody that was in the chat the last time? That one top or whatever it was that everybody was like, what is happening? They said, they like named the designer, and wasn't it like, it was something like $500. It was like something crazy. Regarding Lori, not Lauren, for anyone wondering who that comment was about. Oh, I don't think she ever did. I don't think she has the ability to love anyone other than herself. I even doubt she has the ability to love even herself. I doubt she was ever shown. So, Krasha, I know that you meant that about Lori, but don't you see, like, and again, I'm not saying it like, don't you see, I'm saying, like, couldn't we say, like, a lot of the things are the same? Like, if the fact that you had to tell people that you weren't talking about Lauren, you were talking about Lori, would just say to me that it's close enough that somebody might mistake it for the other. But, so let me read that again. I don't think she has the ability to love anyone other than herself. I doubt she has the ability to even love herself. And that's the thing. A real narcissist has a low self-esteem, right? And let me be honest with you. They are very different people, Lori and Lauren. I'm not comparing them in that way. But they have a lot of similarities in, like, I don't know. I tend to get, like, shit on when I say that I think they would be friends. But I swear, I have to find the video. If it didn't give her a bunch of views because I have to, like, rewatch every video I've ever watched, I would have already found it. But I swear there's a video where she says, I heard it after I said it, and after, like, Kitty Cat came for me, not that I care, but I swear she said to John, I feel like me and Lori would be friends. Is it in the one with Kobe? I don't know. I'm going to have to go back and look, because it's going to annoy me. If anybody knows how to find that, please let me know. But I swear she legit says she thinks her and Lori would have been friends. So I was like, oh my God, all those people that came for me for that? Cease and desist. Cease and desist. That was actually really funny. Maybe understanding Lori's pathology helped John understand his wife better. So their quote is that understanding crime helps them understand themselves. I see what you're saying, June. I see what you're saying. Okay. Lucy says, there's been some comedy gold in all of this. Torturous interference, another gem. Yes. A wise woman says, it's supposed to be the least somewhat card on your style. She's very much gives Mormon. I don't know what that means. The only thing I know about the Mormon stuff, whatever I said, Crusha said bingo, so thank you for that. About the similarities. I honestly don't think those two have lived together for a long-ass time. Really? Lynn asks, what about his license? Dr. John's, that is. This is the thing. Although, to us online, a lot of what he's done and said is unethical, like, the one thing that I think of specifically is the time he yells to the woman that's not even there, but he yells at her and says, that time you interrupted me. If you wondered why you're not on the show anymore, it's because you didn't let me speak when I was going to say one of the most vulnerable things I was ever going to say, and it was about my son. Oh my God, is that what he says? I feel like that's what he says. Anyway, that's the clip that I was like, what? Like, what's happening? So when it comes to that, I see what you're saying. I could see how, now I do think, because I believe Lauren, oh, maybe I've seen it when Jolene or J is for Justice, shout out to both of them ladies. When one of them, oh, what was it? Oh, it'll come back to me. I just literally had an ADHD moment. It'll come back to me. Anyway. Do you guys think that they live together? Oh, really? No, I didn't try changing positions. You'd think I would at my old age. I'll try changing positions. That didn't sound right. It wasn't until after I said it, though, that I was like, oh, that sounds great. Oh. I heard that too, June, that John may be on disability. I wonder. It would never occur to me to... Am I way behind? Sorry. It would never occur to me. Thank you. All right, Kathy says he's on disability for something which I find insulting on their income. What do you guys think? It sounds like back in the day when you press the gas pedal and the radio's off, but it makes that constant ringing sound. Yeah, I do know what you're talking about. I am so sorry, you guys. I feel so bad. How can John get disability and have income? Wouldn't that be illegal? Diane, I'm so glad you asked. It would be if he gets paid for it, but if you remember, oh my God, you guys. I just had a thought. What if, do you guys remember how I've said a few times that I don't love that Lauren told the cop and someone else that, and she did it on a few occasions, that she's the breadwinner, and then she says, I'm the breadwinner, and then she says, I'm the breadwinner for like me and my husband and my family, I'm the breadwinner. I was like, wow, that's really demasculating, but now that you say that about collecting, if he got a paycheck, absolutely, I think it would. Would it, you guys? What do you guys know? Does anybody know about disability? How does that work? Like, I thought, or how does that work, you guys? I don't know how that works exactly, so I don't want to say I do for sure. If it's disability, it's insurance, though, so he earned it while he was working either way. That is true, okay. Someone thinks that she cheated and that they're separated. He cannot work. I know he cannot work. I'm on disability, but I know somebody that is on disability and works, and you can only make up to a certain dollar amount every month. That's what I thought. You can make below a certain amount and still get disability. That is true. But this is the thing. They're making like thousands of dollars a month. Like, they're definitely over the threshold. They have like employees and stuff that they pay. So I don't know. This is the thing. Disability is out there for if you need it. I mean, we do pay into it. I can't reveal my source, but it's a very trusted source who says she's tight with money. Like me, probably. Like frugal, is that what you mean? I could be very frugal, and I think it's because of the way, like, I grew up in inner city Philadelphia, and you could have something one day and then have nothing the next. So, like, you don't take anything for granted type thing. I think that's why I cry when you guys, like, buy memberships for people. Like, I think that's where it comes from. I think that when you grow up in a place where everything can just get taken like that, you tend to appreciate the things that you have when you have them. What do we have over here? Mother Earth says, I thought you could only make up to $1,200 a month and still get benefits. You can make that much and still get benefits? Oh, you guys. Sometimes I just wonder, I'm like, cuz you have ADHD so effing bad, if I just stopped taking my medicine. But then, I think I would drive myself crazy. Like, I definitely have a documented disability. But I think I might I think I might actually, now that I'm thinking about it out loud, make myself worse. I'm one of those people that have to like do stuff. Oh my God. Tambourine says if they're separated though, their incomes would be separated. That's so interesting. So okay, so everybody pretty much said that there's a financial threshold, but that you can make money. I knew that. So my husband is a union iron worker in Philadelphia, and the way any of the union trades work in Philadelphia, at least Philadelphia, and New Jersey, I think too, but so Pennsylvania, New Jersey, I always say Philadelphia like it's the state, but the way it works is you could work, like this week, my husband worked Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Tomorrow it's going to rain, so they called it off for tomorrow already instead of showing up to a job site, it raining, and then call it off. So tomorrow he won't work. Let's say, and touch wood, I hope this doesn't happen, but let's say he didn't work next week and then works the week after, like that can happen. So with work, with, what is it? Oh my God, unemployment. I couldn't get that out. Their unemployment, you could still work in a certain amount of time, and I think this is everybody's unemployment, not just theirs. I'm just saying I know this because of that. You can work, I think it's up to like 2 days before it starts to get, hacked at, which I'm fine with. Work and do what you gotta do, for him. I said for him. I love that for him, that he's working. I'm sure he loves that for him too. I don't think his wife's income counts as his income for disability purposes. Not positive on that one, but I don't think it should count against him. So, I don't know if it's because she was a child, but I tried to get my daughter Gianna insurance, like what is it? Medicaid or whatever. This was a long time ago, but anyway, we were making like a fraction of what we make now, and we were denied multiple times. Isn't that crazy? And then she's 22. Last year, she applied for disability. She was working, so she worked for almost a year as a hostess, and it started to deteriorate her hip. So the doctor told her by no means is she allowed to work, especially for the next, I forget how long he has it written down for, but because of all her surgeries, and her one bone didn't completely grow in yet, so she's missing her fibula. So the other bone, the tibia, was lengthened a few times, but the last time they lengthened it, the bone didn't grow back in between. So it finally did, though. That's the good news. She had to go to like an adult orthopedist or something. They took an x-ray or something, and she's like, Mom, oh my God, look, she didn't even notice till she got home. I was like, you have a bone. So we were happy that it did eventually go in, but she got turned down twice. Why? What do I do wrong? I swear to God. And I don't even mean that, like, what am I doing wrong? I mean, like, I literally have to be doing something wrong with certain things. $1,691 you can earn a month on disability. I just looked it up. That's a lot of money, isn't it? I feel like I know people who make who clear like $850 every other week. You need a disability insurance lawyer. Okay. Each state has different rules. But meanwhile, the point is my daughter is missing her fibula, ankle, and last 2 toes, and half of her right foot, and she's had 30 surgeries. And so she's clearly disabled. They actually consider what she has a deformity. We don't call it that, but it's considered that. So I'm like, they pretty much turn you down automatically the first time. I did tell her that, which is why I had her do it a second time, and she got turned down again. I'm like, Gianna, we have to be doing something wrong. So, your rent is more than that, a wise woman says. My mortgage is crazy. Well, it probably isn't crazy. I think a lot of people probably spend the same amount on rent. It depends on the disability as well, because there are 2 different kinds. My daughter's on disability, and if I even make $20, they start deducting. That's what happened to me, Casey. So when my daughter was 1 year old, they approved me not for the medical thing, it was for something, and I had to pay the whole thing back. It was only like $600, but still, back then, that was like $6,000 to me. Like, it felt like a ton. And I'll never forget. And then after I paid it back, somebody was like, oh, you shouldn't have paid that back. I'm like, what? Generational. What did I miss? I used to work for insurance. It's disgusting. I had a nightmare with my private disability insurance, but I got Social Security on the first time, no issues, because I went through the private system first. What's private disability insurance? What do you mean? See, there's so much I just don't know about. And this is the biggest problem when we talk about systems and inequities and stuff. A lot of people in inner cities, we just never get the memo on this stuff. So there's so many people right now in inner city Philadelphia, I promise you, that could be on programs where they could have financial assistance. And I think a lot of times we tend to assume that they're the ones that are receiving the benefits. And so many times, you guys, we're the ones that aren't getting it because we either don't know that the resource exists. So how do you apply for something you don't know is there? Or we get turned down, or we hear stories about everybody else getting turned. It's just horrible. The whole thing sucks. You know someone who is completely bedridden for months at a time and was denied 3 times. I think I'm going to have to go to a lawyer. I think that was really good. That was really good. I think I'm going to do that for her. Because I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, it literally says that she could end up with like a hip replacement if she keeps working on her hip. So they were like, you absolutely cannot. Wait, there's a workplace disability insurance and government based. There is? She did the government one, I think. I never even thought of the workplace one. See? Anyway. Somebody told me, though, that if they eventually approve her for SSI or whatever, that they would have to back pay her. I was like, oh, that would be some shit. Oh, yeah, I guess rich people could buy their own disability insurance. Oh, there you go. I never even thought of that. I'm like, what's disability insurance? It would have probably been better had you applied for disability. I did. That's what I'm saying. They made me pay back the money. It's ridiculous. You applied for your daughter in February and got her first payment in April. There's a local disability law center? Who knew? Wait, I'm writing that down. I had no idea there was... This is the... See? It's so annoying, you guys. And we're taught, like, if you just get an education, you'll get out of, like, your... all the things. And it's such a freaking lie, let me tell you. It's a lie. It has nothing to do with your education, I promise. Ugh. I want to write this down so I don't forget. I apologize. I'm going to wrap this up in a minute too, though. I feel bad. So wait, what did you say? You said local disability law center? I'm going to write that down. Oh my God. That's crazy. Thank you guys. I didn't even know there was a such thing. Wow. There's literally... Oh, wow. There's so many around me. What? Thank you. Meanwhile, there's like a million of them around me, and they're all like 24 hours a day. See, that's the thing. I don't think I even would have known. Oh, no, she didn't do that, Mother of Oats, the private disability thing. She was working for, like, where did she work? She worked at, oh, my God, Outbacks. I couldn't think of it. They usually rush with children, not mine. It's unbelievable, right? You are a witty person, Krasha. Yes, I agree, Kathy. So many get it who don't deserve it, while others don't get it that do deserve it. Wow, I need to go find those people that represent those that get turned down. Back time would be great. Kresha, I agree on how much can we depend on assistance. Yes, you will get back pay from the start date of applying. Oh, could you imagine that if I could prove that all the stuff that I applied for when she was a kid? It's unbelievable. And I think what wound up happening was, thank you, Jenny. I think what wound up happening too was, thank God, my husband, their insurance at the union is amazing. We get like personal choice, like it's really good. But if you don't work a certain amount of hours, you have to pay $1,500 for Cobra that month. It's just, the whole thing is just effed up. It's just so many ways to keep you down. But anyway, I think because, thank God, we always had insurance. It wasn't until maybe a year ago that we ever ran into a problem with losing. And that's because my husband got real sick. It's a long story. But anyway, like I think this month we may lose it again. But so then I just have to pay the $1,500. It's just like a big friggin' rat race. It's just like a big whirlwind. I don't know. But anyway, the cost of living today is incredible. I totally agree with you. I do. I don't even remember what I was going to say. You had 8 back surgeries? Ruth? And you finally got approved with an attorney. See, I'm going to have to do that. Your son had a brain tumor, Jenny? Wow. Oh, I know what I was going to say. The deal is they get 25% of your... Oh, I'm fine with that. They can get 50% of the original. Well, maybe, you know what I mean. But just, like, my thing is, if she... Like, I just want her to get something. She's 22, and that just must feel really shitty. Hi, Calissa. Oh, thank you, Lynn. I enjoy you being here. After a certain amount of time, she'll be offered Medicare. I wish. Oh, that's what I was saying. So luckily, we've had really good insurance. So after she got turned down, as a kid, and then got turned down again, and then I was just like, whatever. Like, I became so busy that I just didn't look into it anymore. That's the other thing. You live around here, you have to have 45 jobs to, like, live. So the minute you do get free, you wind up doing something like your 49th job, YouTube type thing, and then fall asleep sitting up. So a lot of times you don't even realize that a lot of these things are out there to help you. Social Security isn't allowed to use social media against disabled people, though for denials. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Go run. I'm going to be hanging up anyway. Thank you so much. A wise woman, you sound like you're full of info that I probably need to know. The government is easier to deal with, but you have to have a good doctor to advocate and know how to fill out the paperwork. That's the thing. So she doesn't even have a problem with them saying that she's disabled. I don't know where the problem comes. Oh, Calissa, I'm going to an attorney. Wow. Oh, mother of oats, that's crazy. So here in Canada, we have the disability tax credit, and they backdate too. What? Wow, you guys, that's amazing. Thank you guys so much. Wait till I tell her too. I know she worries. I worry because she's going to be 23 in July, and I think in the United States, as long as you're going to college, you could stay on your parents' insurance till you're 24, I think it is. But it takes a while to get insurance, right? So she needs to start looking for it now. And she deserves to get that. I mean, she can't physically work. Wow, he has a seizure disorder. That's crazy, right, Ruth? Ugh. Anyway, you guys, I love you all. And I'm the only dipshit that paid back. It's 25? You don't have to be in college and it's 25? It's 25 no matter what in Utah. Maybe it is then. Maybe that was... Maybe I'm thinking of something else. That's good to know though, right? Because that would be kind of like, I don't know, like you have to go to college to get that. I think they were saying, I think in my head, because I was in college, that's probably what I was thinking, like you don't have enough money to, I don't know. But if it's 25, that does make me feel better. You were on your mom's. No, but this is the thing, you guys. I was on no insurance when I got pregnant with Gianna, and I was 24. Yeah, I was 24. Maybe it is 25. Because, wait, how old was I when I had Gianna? Was I 25? Yeah, I was 25. You might be right. So Gianna was born, not that you might be right, you're obviously right. I'm saying, I'm thinking out loud. My daughter was born in July and I turned 25 in June. So I probably was like, with thinking that out, I was on state insurance. Why wasn't I on my parents' insurance? I don't know. Mothers are the biggest bullies, and it's all my... oh, I'm sorry it worsened your PTSD. I'm glad you felt validated. So, I'm going to have to look into that again. Alright, you guys. We've been on here for 2 hours and 7 minutes. Oh, look, I just put a dent in my face. I was going like this. Okay. If Ash was underage, I wouldn't have wanted to tell her she was getting disability because I don't want it to handicap her ability. I would have saved it for her and given it to her when she came of age. That's exactly what I was trying to do for Gianna, and it just didn't work out. Oh good, it still covered your son till 25. But don't worry, I feel like everything happens for a reason, I guess, right? Oh, thank you, Lynn. You're so sweet. Actually, Lynn, if that's not a half a burger, well, it probably is at McDonald's, I'll go to Wendy's and you could get a biggie bag for $5. Not that I need a biggie bag, but I'm just saying, they're good. Thank you. I'm so appreciative. Anything is very helpful. I do appreciate it, you guys. You have no idea. But anyway, I've been on here for 2 hours, and I was on the other one for an hour and a half. So I think I need to hang up now. Yeah, surveillance is part of it, but you aren't lying. You don't have to worry. There are scammers out there that ruin it for the rest, unfortunately. Tamarine, I just wish that this was all true for my daughter. I mean, maybe we'll figure something out. I don't know. Thank you so much, Lynn. And I don't know why. I'm just thinking about it. It didn't do the song. So, there goes your dance still, because I'm supposed to dance when you do that. Yes. You guys, that was cringy. I'm so tired. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you all for being here. You have no idea. Wait, what? Ruth Ann? Holy crap. You would have to set up another bank account to move it to. Wait, what? Oh, wow. All right, I love you guys. I'll read these when I hang up, because I'll just keep reading and reading and reading. Good night to all of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you to my mods. Thank you to all of you who came. I appreciate you all so very much. Everybody go like and subscribe if you aren't already. I'm close to 5,000. If we could get me over the hump, I would be so appreciative. That would be like all the McDonald's I could ever ask for. So there you go. I love you guys. Thank you so much, and I appreciate you. Look into Able accounts. You can deduct things from your taxes. What things? What? Good night all. I'm going to be reading this. If anybody has anything that they think could help my life, and trust me, I could use it, let me know. Like, a wise woman has a ton of info. And so does, who else was it? I don't know, a bunch of you. I love you guys. Good night. Please try to get me to 5,000. That would be so helpful. Yes, Michelle, hello. Yes, Casey. Thank you. That's 2 months. Wait, didn't you do it? Wait, Case. You've been here longer than 2 months? I know you have. It could be one of those things that happens to me where, like, it'll not, like, recharge you and then you have to go back in and do it again. But I feel like you've been around forever, right? Thank you. Thank you for celebrating your 2 months with me. The fact that anybody spends any months with me still just blows my mind. So I do appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing. Oh my God. Lori got so much. Like, that's my thing. So real quick before I hang up, because that just like sparked something in me. I remember when watching her thing, and I was like, how did she get all of this? Like, she got more money from, you know, the government than most people I know make in a month. I was like, how is this happening? I guess you have to keep on getting rid of your kids' dads. I don't know. It's just terrible. Oh, wow, if your account has over $2,000 in it, they'll take your child's monthly payment. That's how it is, Casey. We must live in mean states. I'm telling you, that's how it is around here. She's one of the scammers who ruins it for others. Ain't that the truth? Right, Lori? She was like double and triple dipping. And I don't think she was like saving it for the kids, right? Oh, didn't the daughter get her own checks from her father dying? And my daughter gets $950 a month, which I'm sorry isn't shit. It's definitely not enough to care for her. Oh, I agree. I sometimes think of the money, like, I don't know. I changed the whole career path so that I could be the one that takes my daughter to her surgeries. Because it's not just the 30 surgeries. It's like the year of intensive physical therapy in between. The whole thing. It just annoys me because I feel like people like Lori Vallow get all this stuff, right? And I feel like for her it's just so easy. And this is the thing. When you have a personality disorder, and again, I'm not diagnosing anyone, but I think it's safe to say. And I think Lori's like delusional a little bit. But, right. You get, okay, I get you. So what Tamarine's saying is that the lawyers know the loopholes and stuff, but I feel like sometimes people with money know the loopholes too. I don't know if they like share the information with each other, but I'm like, nobody ever wants to share it with the other people. And it's not, I don't know. I'm not feeling bad for myself right now. I promise you. It's just annoying because like, I'm like, my daughter suffered so much in her life and God forbid, you know? But I want to get a disability lawyer for her. I love you, you guys. Thank you to my mods. Thank you to all of you. Please like and subscribe and share and hype and all the good things. And maybe I'll see you tomorrow. And Crusha, let us know when you're going to be doing one. Yes. Yes, exactly, Crusha. That's what I was trying to say. I see the parallels. Just saying. All right, and that's just my opinion. We're allowed to have our opinions, right? That's my opinion. Good night, you guys. Please look for a stream tomorrow night. I'm sure I'll be here. I don't know. And what should we do it on? Is there like, let me know in the comments if you guys want something specific. Do you want me to continue with this? Because I do have 4 tabs open still that I didn't get to because I just don't shut up sometimes. So let me see what I had left just to tell you. So this is the one thing I wanted to share with you guys that we could do next time. This is Autopsy Reveal What Really Happened to Monique and Spencer. I think it was interesting. There was a few things interesting here. One was that 4 days ago she does this and I don't see John in it at all. Like, where's John? What's happening? Could somebody have, oh my God. Remember she said that John had to fight off a complaint to the ethics board and he won or whatever? I wonder if somebody complained too about what you guys were saying about how can he have a job and still collect? Or is it just that people are like, he can't handle the scrutiny? And I don't mean that in a bad way. Who can? Why do you guys think that he hasn't been in them? I'm not sure. But I was going to read the cease and desist too, and I'll just read this another time. But it pretty much is just, it's like trying to use fear to get someone to stop speaking. That's all. From disseminating such altered AI-generated or private messages, communications, personal information, or confidential work-related information attributed to our client on any platform, public or private. You are notified that any violations under Florida statutes, da-da-da and da-da-da, and federal law under da-da-da, shall be pursued should any such violation continue. Like, come on. Get a grip. Freedom of speech. All right, you guys. I promise I'm hanging up this time. I love you all. Thank you for being here. And thank you for coming to support Dr. Schultz earlier. If you missed that live, go back and watch it. Please subscribe and like and hype.